For weeks, it looked like things had finally settled between Martell and Melody. After months of tense exchanges, explosive headlines, and cryptic social media posts, fans of the once-adored reality TV couple started to believe the storm had passed. Melody seemed focused on her music and brand partnerships, while Martell appeared to be diving into a new business venture and spending more time with their kids. But as everyone knows, public peace doesn't always mean private harmony. Behind closed doors, a quiet yet fierce legal battle was still unfolding. Court dates were happening out of sight. Attorneys were exchanging sealed documents. The judge had ordered all custody and financial matters to remain confidential. But that silence? It wasn't closure. It was a warning, the calm before their most intense legal clash yet. The first sign of trouble came just days ago when a gossip blog posted an anonymous tip. Big shift coming in the Martell and Melody case. One of them is about to lose everything. The post went viral, shared over 10,000 times in 24 hours. Speculation turned into obsession. Fans dissected every tweet and Instagram post. Melody tweeted, "Justice is coming." Martell posted an IG story, "I'm tired of being quiet." Suddenly, everyone was paying attention again. But no one was ready for what came next. According to sources close to the case, tensions reached a breaking point during a private court hearing held just last week. What the public thought was a peaceful co-parenting agreement was actually a tightly wound powder keg. Insiders say Melody had quietly filed for full custody of their 4 children, citing emotional volatility and inconsistencies in co-parenting behavior from Martell. Her legal team came prepared, with voice notes, text messages, and even home security footage of Martell allegedly showing up uninvited. Martell's attorneys fired back with counterclaims of parental alienation and defamation. Claims he says cost him major business opportunities. They presented depositions from family members and audio recordings where the children reportedly expressed discomfort around Melody's friends and new associates. This wasn't just a custody battle. It was a full-scale legal war, with both parents fighting for control, redemption, and the spotlight. The most recent hearing was expected to be procedural, just another date on the docket. But what unfolded inside that courtroom left everyone shaken. Melody's legal team surprised everyone by calling a witness, her former assistant. In a stunning turn, the assistant testified to having witnessed Martell's alleged outbursts firsthand and how those outbursts affected the children. The testimony visibly rattled Martell, who was seen shaking his head repeatedly. Then Martell's lawyer launched an aggressive counterattack. He accused Melody of orchestrating a public narrative, timing emotional posts and live videos to align with court dates, using the courtroom, he said, as a stage for reality TV theatrics. Martell, increasingly agitated, reportedly raised his voice during the hearing. The judge abruptly called for a 10-minute recess. But those 10 minutes would change everything. Just hours later, a bombshell hit the internet, a leaked audio recording allegedly featuring Martell. In the clip, a man's voice, believed to be Martell's, makes emotional threats about taking full custody and accuses Melody of using the children as PR props. Though unverified, the voice and tone matched what fans had seen online. It spread like wildfire. Melody supporters rallied on social media. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter lit up with hashtags like #ProtectTheKids and #JusticeForMelody. Others rushed to Martell's defense, calling the leak a smear campaign or possibly doctored audio. Melody went live that evening. Her voice was trembling but determined. "I'm doing everything I can to protect my children. That's all that matters," she said. Martell responded with a formal statement, calling the recording false, malicious, and deeply harmful. He accused Melody's team of violating court confidentiality and vowed to pursue legal action for the leak. By the end of the night, the internet was ablaze. #Tility and #JusticeForMartell were both trending. The court of public opinion was in session and no one was winning. While the adults battled for control and public sympathy, the court finally turned its attention to what mattered most: the children. An anonymous source revealed that a court-appointed child psychologist had conducted confidential evaluations, and the findings were heartbreaking. The report, somehow leaked to the press, described the children as emotionally drained, caught in a painful tug-of-war between parents they both loved. According to the leak, the judge responded swiftly. Melody was granted continued physical custody, but Martell's visitation would now be supervised pending further review. Melody's team remained quiet, but sources say they viewed the decision as a temporary win. Martell, on the other hand, was said to have left the courthouse visibly shaken, refusing to speak to reporters. As the legal battle intensified, the families began to speak out. Melody's mother gave an emotional interview on a local radio show. "She doesn't want drama, she wants peace. She's just trying to protect her babies," she said. Meanwhile, Martell's cousin posted a fiery Instagram story accusing Melody of manipulation. "She planned this from the start. This is all for show." A mutual friend reportedly tried to broker peace, arranging a sit-down between the two. But the meeting never happened. Tensions were too high. Neither side would budge. Even the children's teachers and coaches were called in to provide statements. One coach reportedly told the court, "You can tell something's weighing on them. They're not the same kids we saw last year." The next hearing was held in urgency. The judge had seen enough. With a stern tone, he delivered a final warning. "This is a court of law, not a media circus. One more leak, one more social post, and you will both be sanctioned." To cool the flames, the judge ordered both parties to begin mandatory co-parenting counseling. A gag order was considered. All future motions would be sealed. Martell and Melody reluctantly agreed. But the silence that followed wasn't peaceful. It was the silence that comes just before the next eruption. As of now, no one knows how this will end. For Martell and Melody, this battle has spiraled far beyond divorce. It's about legacy, image, parenting, and maybe even revenge. Their children are stuck in the middle, trying to live normal lives while everything around them crumbles. Some fans still hope for healing. Others believe the damage is permanent. But one thing is certain: this custody war has reached a dangerous boiling point. Whether it cools down or explodes again, the world is watching. Because when love turns to war, especially in the public eye, there are no real winners. Only scars,